Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Montreal Canadiens franchise series here on the channel. We are just ahead of the trade deadline. One game to go before the trade deadline, which will happen on February 26, 2021. And our last game before that will be against the Calgary Flames. Our record is about 500, 29 and 3. Taking a look at the stats, we are still, it says 10 points away from 10 points away from a wild card position. I don't think we're going to be making the playoffs, guys. I think it's time for us to say goodbye to this season and trade some of our UFA or pending UFA players, like I was showing you guys in the last episode. So one of the players that we would be trading is Chris Kreider. We only signed him for 1 year, and he makes, I think, 3.450. And then another player that we're going to be saying goodbye to is Thomas Tatar. He's had a pretty good season, 40 points in 61 games, a much better season than the last season in our first season in the franchise. But we're going to have to say goodbye to him. He probably will want a little bit more money, and then we're willing to give him. And he started at an 85, and now he's an 83. So he's going down. I don't think he's worth signing to another contract. Another player that that we're looking to trade is, I think it might be, who was it? Was it a D-man? Oh yes, it was Gustav Olsson, the last player that we were going to trade. We looked at what he's demanding, his contract demands for next year. He's still going to be an RFA, I believe, but he doesn't want to even sign with us, so we might as well just trade him to get some assets out of him. And the players that we're going to be bringing up, guys, you guys have probably guessed it. Nick Suzuki is already a 79 overall, 21 years old, and Cole Caulfield, 20 years old, 79 as well. So these two guys are definitely going to be coming up, playing most likely in our top 6. And let's see who else we're going to be having here. No one else from the D-Corps is going to be coming up, and let's just take a look at our goalie. Where is Primo? Is he in? Primo? Yeah, Primo's not injured. Primo's ready to come back. We have Primo and McNiven, the two AHL goalies. And we're still going to have Aaron Dell like we saw in the last episode. We got him, but he didn't really help our playoff chances. So it's time for us to move on from some of those players. Let's just take a quick look at find trade to see what we would be getting for some of these guys, to see if it's changed since last time we checked. So let's see. Both of those guys are left wingers. So let's do one player at a time. Let's add Tatar and see what is being offered around the league. So Goligoski, a third and a fourth. So nothing has really changed since last time, since last episode. So Toffoli and third, and Hartman, no thank you. Bodker, okay, nothing too crazy. Kreider will probably be the same, but let's just take a quick look here. Find trade. And an asset that I really want to do as well. It's basically the same trades. You guys can go over them. So we're not going to be doing a fine trade for any of these guys, but an asset that we are going to do, or we're going to use with these trades, is going to be their salary cap available. We still have 4.511 million. So when we're going to be trading these players that have a little bit of salary cap, like Kreider and Tatar, we're going to be retaining some of their salaries. So hopefully that can improve the trade value, or the trade that we're going to be getting, or the players that we're going to be getting in return. So another player that I'm going to be offering to see what's out there is Gustav Olsson. Let's click A on him and find trade. Filppula in a fifth. No, thank you. A fourth and a fourth. A third and a sixth. We can get our third back. Third and a fifth. James Neal in a fifth. 2/4. A third and a fifth. Third and a fifth. 2/4. A third and a fifth. A third and a fifth. Okay. So I think the best offer is probably from the Dallas Stars. A third and a fifth. Actually, let me see how good Dallas is doing right now. This is probably the best offer because Dallas is around a 500 team. Hopefully this is a early third and an early fifth. Let's just accept it. Oh, actually, those are for next year, but that's all right. Let's just do that. Olofsson, top 6 high. He never really panned out to be anything. He's basically our 7th defenseman all year, but we're going to be trading him. He doesn't want to re-sign, so we've done that. We're going to be calling up Snuggerud. That's all right. On behalf of the organization, we will see you on the ice. Okay, so they're happy with that. So Gustav Olofsson is gone. So we're just going to be doing best lines for now. And we're going to be offering another trade, or we're going to try and see what we can get for Thomas Tatar and Chris Kreider. So what I had in mind was I had 2 teams, 2 younger players on 2 teams. So I had Saron Noel, who is on the block here. You guys can see 20 years old, 74. Still plays on the OHL, I should say, for the Oshawa Generals, but he has 34 goals in 40 games. This guy's a monster, 6'5", 209. 90 points last year, 70 already this season. So I think he might be a player that might be good for us. So yeah, like I said, he's 20 years old. Let's just bring him here. And let's see if we can trade Tatar for him. And maybe another player that they want. So Tatar for sure. Still not enough. We're going to be retaining Tatar, half of Tatar's salary. So hopefully that's an incentive for them to take it. Let's just do 50% of this salary. And let's see if they would accept that. So Tatar at 2.4 for Saron Noel, who still is a young player. See if they would accept that. The Florida Panthers are fine with coughing up what you're after. It would seem that our trade block surplus came in handy here. However, you've done all right meeting our block needs, but the value you're sending our way isn't sufficient at all. Okay, so let's see if I add someone else here. Let's see skaters match in the block. Do they just want guys who are ready to play right now? It looks like they do. So another player we can also add is Jordan Wheel potentially. If we add Jordan Wheel at 50%, let's see if they would say yes to that. Probably not, to be honest, but yeah, okay. So maybe Saron Noel is not an option right now. Or let me see if I can do Chris Kreider and Thomas Tatar for Saron Noel. So both of them at 50%, and then let me see if I can find another prospect that would be a good player to get here. Let's see. They probably won't want to give away this Fernandez guy. HL top 6. Okay, Hapaniemi. All right, so no one really too good. Let's see if they want to get rid of their picks. So they do. Okay, so 2nd round picks. Let's see if this would go through. Maybe not, actually. So let me just go and try and get one of their crappy trade value players. So let me see here. Yeah, this guy has 1 year. So let's see. Let's just add him. And another one of their crappy players. So this raw guy. He can play on our AHL team. So. Oh, actually, you know what? They, even with the salary retained, I think it's too much money. So let me actually try and find something else here, guys. And actually, you know what? Let me see if I can offer. I have 2/3. I have a bunch of 4ths. So if I do our 4th and Tatar for Saron Noel, a former 1st round pick. Let's see if they would accept this. Probably, or a 2nd round pick, former 2nd round pick. Probably not, though, to be honest. But let's just try it. Trade rejected. Okay, so let me try and find some other players, and I'll bring you guys back once I have a trade ready. If this would go through. Tatar in a 4th for Poulin and Goodbranson. Trade accepted. So we have gone Poulin for 4th and Tatar. Goodbranson's deal will be done this season. So we got a young player in Poulin. Yeah, like I said, we got rid of Tatar. We kept 50% of his salary, but that's all right. Let's see how good Poulin is. I think he could be a player that can be dominant in the future. So 73, 19 years old, 30 goals in 39 games, 73, like I said, top 6 forward, so he should be in the next wave of the Laval Rocket for next year. Next player that we're going to be getting rid of is going to be Chris Kreider. If we save 50% of his salary, I would like to get this Joseph guy, but I don't know if they're going to be willing to give him. Probably not. It's a little high, so isn't sufficient at all. If we had another one of our fourths, let's see if they would accept that. Our fourth, probably not though. Yeah. So okay, let me just keep looking around the league and see if I can trade Kreider to another team. So just give me a second here. Okay, that's as much as we're gonna get. So a second for next year, a third for this year, and a fifth for Kreider, retaining 50% of his salary. Let's just do that. Cole Caulfield is gonna be coming up, so trade accepted. Let me make my line changes, guys, and I'll bring you guys back once I have all that ready. So just give me a second here. Alright, guys, after making all those trades, this is what their lines are looking like. Jonathan Drouin, Max Domi, Gallagher, all +3. We found a new +1 line. Suzuki on the right wing. Played pretty good in the AHL. Kotkaniemi and Caulfield, the kid line, basically. Two 20-year-olds and a 21-year-old. I'm trying to put Caulfield on the left-hand side so maybe he can be forced to shoot a little bit more. Lehkonen, Dano, Armia, Byron, Paling, and Wheel. Defense will be Gustafsson, Weber, Jolson, Mete, Juice, and Gut Branson. In the AHL, since we lost those two guys, we have Lear, Udon, Barber, Ylönen, Evans, McCarron. Hopefully we're looking for some growth out of Ylönen for sure. Verone, Veshdemo, and Teasdale, Verbeek, Olofsson, and Alain. In the decor, this is what it's looking like. We're looking at some growth out of Josh Brook and Cale Fleury. And I will show you quickly the power play. The 5-man power play is what it's looking like. So Ylönen's for sure on it, and Brook and Fleury as well. So that's what our lines are looking like now. We're just going to go ahead and take a look at the activities and the trades that have been going on in the league. So let's see. Player morale, player and pick trading. There we go. Okay, so Montreal acquired a 3rd-round pick, a 2nd-round pick, and a 5th-round pick from Anaheim for Chris Kreider. We acquired Samuel Poulin and Eric Branson for Tatar and a 4th-round pick. We acquired a 3rd and a 5th from Dallas for Olofsson. Colorado acquired Del Zotto and a 6th from New York. I will only read the more notable ones. So David Rittich and Bogosian went to Detroit, and Calgary got a 2nd and a 4th. Let's see what else. Jonathan Erickson got moved. That's our pick for Aaron Dell that we got. What else? And that's about it. Another pick that we also got was a 3rd and a 4th for Carl Alsner and a 3rd. So that was a really, really good trade. Probably my favorite trade this season because we got rid of his heavy cap space. So now that we've done that, I think we can probably take it to the end of the season. I'm going to simulate a couple weeks at a time just to monitor how good our rookies are doing. But I'm not going to be making really anything else, any other trades. So Chara and Bork went to Edmonton for a 3rd and James Neal. Pretty big trade. Eric Gustafsson has been injured with a broken leg again. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to say head coach replaced player. So Gustafsson's season wasn't good at all this year. 2 broken legs. He only played, I believe, about 20 to 30 games this season, so less than half the season. For Gustafsson, Ryan Paling has decided to renew his contract with us. I forgot that I had extended some of our old players, so Gallagher also has decided to renew. Kotkaniemi as well, Lehkonen as well. So we've signed all of those players for next year. 2 losses there. Honestly, now that we're going to be going into next year, or we basically have given up this season, we might as well just possibly just finish as low as possible in the standing so we can get the best overall draft pick that we can get. So as I'm saying this, I want to take a look at how our players have been doing. So Jonathan Drouin, almost 60 points in 70 games. Another decent season for him, but not good enough for us to make the playoffs. Paling, 26 points. Kotkaniemi, 49 and 70. So he should be cracking the 70-point mark. Let me take a quick look at Caulfield. So Caulfield, 4 points in 9 games. That's pretty good. Suzuki, though, has struggled a little bit. Only 1 point in 9 games, but Suzuki's up to a 79 now. Let's see how good Caulfield is. Let's see if he got up to an 80. He is an 80 overall now. So promoting them to the NHL team has increased their overall by 1. If Suzuki's not producing, maybe I can do something else as far as changing the lines, possibly bringing Lehkonen up here, and then Caulfield here. So everybody's a +1 now here. So let's just try that. Give another 9-10 game run for those rookies and see how they're producing. So, because we're trying to grow them as much as possible, right? So let's go for another 4 or 5 games. Or might be even more, actually. We win 2 games straight there. All right, 36, 33, and 6. We're still a little bit far away from the playoffs. Shea Weber has been injured with a bad stomach, I guess it said. I don't know, but let's just bring up Snuggerud. Snuggerud will definitely need waivers, so you know what? I'm just gonna bring Kale Fleury up for now, and then he's gonna come up here. This is annoying that Weber got injured, but I have to do something about it. So Kale Fleury is gonna make his NHL debut. Shea Weber is already available to come back. Actually, you know what? Let's not play Shea Weber for a bit. We've won 2 games straight. Holy crap. All right, we're 40, 34, and 6. We might be even making the playoffs. No, probably not. We have 4 games left, so unfortunately, we've been winning quite a bit, but after we were basically out of the playoffs, so that's really annoying. Yeah, 88 points is the wild card team, so that's kind of annoying, but just take a look at our players and see who's producing. Kotkaniemi, 56 points, so he's cracked the 50-point mark. I don't think he didn't have that in the previous year. He's 86 now, so he is continuing to grow. I saw that Domi was also 87 now, so, and Durant should be 88 as well, so nice growth out of our players. Let's see if Paling has grown. No, still a 79. Let's look at our young players. So Caulfield, only 7 points. Or sorry, no, Caulfield has 12 points, 9 goals, 3 assists. He's doing pretty good. A goal every other game almost. Let's see if Suzuki produced. He produced a little bit more on the third line, so I'm going to keep him there until the end of the season. Still has yet to score a goal. Fleury played 4 games, a -2. So I'm going to bring Shea Weber back into the fold here, guys. And bring down Suzuki, or not Suzuki, but Kale Fleury, because I think the AHL team is currently trying to get into a playoff position, so let's do that. Who else got injured? Okay, Cousins got injured, so he was playing forward, so that's pretty bad. Let's see here. Goodbranson and Juice are a 0. Cousins, obviously, he's not a regular player here. So Fleury and Jolson +1. So we're going to keep them there. And then that will be that. So, yeah, Cousins was playing as a defenseman, even though he's a forward. We're 7-3 in the last 10. I wish we were doing that well when we were actually battling for a playoff position, but just a lot of injuries I've noticed. So let's just simulate up to this New York Rangers game. Jeff Petrie is back, so actually let's bring him into the fold right away. Why not? We're going to say bye to Kale Fleury. And let's see, yeah, Jolson and Petrie are +1, so that's fine. We're going to leave them there. McNiven is back, so we're just going to continue. CHL. Petrie has gone re-injured. This is unbelievable. Okay, so a loss there and a win. Let's just go into 2 quick games. In-game simulation, see how we do. So first period, 2-0, Kotkaniemi and Gallagher. 2-0 still, and 2-1. So Shittle scores and breaks a shutout for Price. But, what's it called? We still win the game there, 42-36-3. I don't think it's good enough for the playoffs. Yeah, we're still about 4 points away. We have 1 game to go. So hopefully we can lose this so we can get a better draft positioning, or at least have some luck in the in the draft lottery. So let's just simulate this last game against the New York Islanders. First period, 3-0, Wheel, Durant, Wheel. All right, lots of goals, Paling, Dano, and Eberle. So we win 7-1, Domi and Dano score. So a nice way to end the season for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's take a look at the team leaders and points. Suzuki, I saw that his morale's gone up a little bit. Durant, 73 points, 24 goals, 49 assists. 62 points for Domi, 35 goals for Gallagher. He's a lock as far as scoring lots of goals. Kotkaniemi almost cracked the 60-point mark. He should be at 86 now. Yes, he is. Dano, 56 points. Ryan Paling, 30 points. Very, very good for a fourth liner. Petrie, 29 points in 60 games. He didn't play very much. 28 points for Armia, 27 for Byron. Lehkonen, only 24. Jolson, 22. Weber, 22. So Weber definitely, his production definitely dropped down a lot. Mete, 19 and 82. Drew, 16. Caulfield, 14. So Caulfield is definitely ready for the NHL here, guys. 10 goals in 21 games. That's incredible. Only 27 points for 27 games played for Gustafsson. 14 points, but it was definitely an injury prone season there. Suzuki, 9 points in 21 games. Cousins, Goodbranson, Fleury. Okay, perfect. Let's take a look at Carey Price's stats. There's no way they're pretty good, honestly. 36-30 and 2-4, 260 goals against, and 916 save percentage. Aaron Dell played a lot better than Jack Campbell could have, but it still wasn't enough for us to make the playoffs. Let's take a look at the best players in the NHL and see who won the scoring titles. So Connor McDavid, 112 points, Malkin, 109, McKinnon, 104, Tavares, 94, Crosby, 94, Stamkos, 96. That's pretty good. Let's see the best goalies now. Let's see who had the best season for goalie. Carter Hart killed it. Wow. 233. He's probably going to win the Hart. Price, 36 wins, 260. Maybe a finalist, maybe not, though. Our team was too poor, to be honest, for him to be a finalist. But that's that. Let's just take a look at the awards. I know that I didn't show you guys that in the last couple seasons. So Tampa Bay won it last year. President's Trophy was won by the Capitals. Clarence S. Campbell was won by San Jose. So it was a San Jose Tampa final. And then the individual awards, Kuznetsov won the Art Ross. Hart Memorial went to Kuznetsov as well. The Norris went to Carlson. Lady Byng went to Kuznetsov, so he went ham. Jack Hughes won the Calder. Connie Smythe went to Braden Point for the best player in the playoffs. The Vezina went to Anderson. William Jennings went to Freddie Anderson as well. Pietrangelo went to, got the Bill Masterton. Jack Adams went to the Buffalo Sabres coach. The Selke went to O'Reilly, second year in a row. And the Ted Lindsay went to Kuznetsov. And Ovi, for the third year in a row, won the Maurice Richard Trophy. So that's incredible. Nice to see Ovi still performing. But yeah, that ends our season, guys. Our regular season has ended. Now we're in the off season. Let's see how good the Laval Rocket is doing. We finish out of the playoffs. Let's see where Laval is. So they're killing it. 97 points. It looks like they're going to make the playoffs for sure. We may bring down some of the players that we brought up at the end of the seasons, like Caulfield and Suzuki. For sure, Fleury is going to be going down. Send down to minors, no waivers, so he's going to come down. Let's see, Suzuki needs as well. You'll be required to fix your lines. So send down to minors one way. Okay, so Suzuki we won't send down. Caulfield, is it the same way? 2 ways, no waivers. You know what? We're just going to keep those 2 guys, Caulfield and what's it called? And Suzuki up with the NHL team. But we're not gonna touch the forward group for the AHL, but we're gonna definitely add Kyle Fleury into the mix here. So let's just get rid of this Lamarche guy. Fleury come up here, and then it'll be Ginning and Skleninka. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna do that. Best lines for the Montreal Canadiens. The season is done, like I said, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna be monitoring the progress for the AHL. So let's just go all the way to the playoffs here. So when are the playoffs? Okay, so on the 12th of April. So it looks like we have the playoffs on lock here. Hopefully you can finish in the top 3. That would be nice. But, oh yeah, we do. Okay. Yeah, we finished 3rd. So that's pretty good. Let's see who we're going to be facing up against. This is going to be, the Belleville Senators. So this is going to be a, what's it called? Best out of 5. So we lose the first game. Jake Evans has been injured. So head coach replaced player. That's all right. We win the second. Jake Evans is back. So just slide him into the lineup right away here. It's the playoffs, so everybody's playing injured, everybody's playing hurt, so no excuses here. We lose the second game, and we lose the third game. So we are out of the playoffs in the first round. That's pretty disappointing. I definitely could have brought down Suzuki and Caulfield, but I didn't see a need. So let's just go up to a couple weeks before the draft and then see where we're going to be picking, and then I'm going to end the episode there. So, and let's see who wins the Stanley Cup as well. So Jeff Petrie is back. Let's just continue here. Petrie might need a contract, so if we can give him like a 2-year contract or something, that's what I'm going to do. But if not, he might be walking out on free agency. So actually, now that we're going to be going into the draft, let's view the draft class. So I don't know where we're going to be drafting, but we need to scout a couple more of these guys for sure. We don't have everybody scouted just yet. Let's see if there's any gems. Actually, what am I doing? Gems or busts here. Do we have any gems? Okay, we just have a bunch of busts. So that's not good. All right. We know a couple of these elite players. Is anybody else being scouted? Okay, they're not. So I'm just going to send my scout, actually, guys, before I do anything else. And then I will bring you guys back once we know the lottery results. So give me a second here. All right, guys. The NHL season has ended. And who would have thought the Stanley Cup champions are the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid finally gets his Stanley Cup ring. Good for him. I'm going to be checking the awards in a little bit here. But we still haven't seen any news for the draft lottery. But let me just take a quick look at the individual trophy or the awards. Let's see if we got any more news. Okay, so it was Edmonton against Philadelphia, right? No, Edmonton against Columbus. The President's Trophy team was the Philadelphia Flyers. We didn't trade any players to Philadelphia as far as I remember. Connor McDavid won the Art Ross. Hart went to Connor McDavid as well. The Norris went to Ekman Larson. McKinnon won the Lady Byng. Lundin won the Calder. Connie Smythe went to Connor McDavid. Vezina went to Carter Hart. Jennings went to Carter Hart as well. Jack Adams went to the Nashville Predators coach. The Selke was won by Anze Kopitar. And the Ted Lindsay was won by McDavid. And Nathan McKinnon won the Maurice Richard Trophy. So we know all that. Let's just simulate to the draft now. Hopefully it tells us what we're gonna be picking. So we're gonna be picking 14th. Are you kidding me? So we didn't win the lottery, obviously, and all those games we won in the at the end of the season definitely didn't help us out, because we were basically the second worst team with the worst odds out of the playoffs. So we're picking 14th there. Not what I wanted. Let's see the players that are going to be available. Around the 14th position. So nothing too crazy. This medium elite French guy though, Rudy Strimbu, center, medium elite. So similar playing style like Joe Thornton. NHL estimated is 4 years. Takes winning seriously. Has incredible drive to win. Loyalty is a concern though for them, they say. So I feel like I'm for sure gonna pick that guy though. A medium elite at around 14th. I think that's pretty good. Hopefully he doesn't get picked. Another player is Frederick Sundin, and then this Rich Murphy guy. So let's see if anybody else is here. Let's see if we have any gems or busts. I only saw busts. Sorry. When I last looked. So yeah, that's that. Let's also look at potential. 40. Yeah. So the last guy that we have here, scout rank, he's 13th, but the CS ranking is 14th or 17th, and then the previous CS ranking, I guess he was 20. So he's on a rise, but who knows if he's actually going to be picked. This other sniper, Logan Strankoven, right winger. This Dean Dominguez, medium elite as well. He's supposed to be drafted 48th, so we can maybe pick him with one of our third, or do we have a second round pick? I don't even know. Lindgren 30th, so nothing too crazy here either. We don't have the best scouts as of right now, but just either retire players before I end it here. So Joe Thornton finally retired. Henrik Zetterberg retired in the game, even though he retired in real life. Bufflin also retired in the game. Jokinen, Stempniak, Nathan Horton. Let's see if any goalies retired. Gustafson, and no one really too notable there. Let's see if any player from our team retired. Yeah, no players from our team retired, so okay. A bunch of coaching retirements. Joe Thornton is a scout now, so that's pretty good. All right, guys, so we can do the draft interviews there, but that's all right. We're just going to try and pick the best player possible. That French guy's pretty good, though. He looks to be a pretty good player. He's for sure elite, and he's around our draft where we're going to be drafting at 14th overall. So you let me know what you thought of this episode, guys. Let me know what you think I should do for the draft. And yeah, just leave it in the comments below. Give the video a like, and subscribe if you haven't done so. I will see you in the next episode. Guys. Take it easy. Peace.